The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Pit Life BBQ podcast. Join us around the pit as we talk all things barbecue. Now here is your host, Johnny Maggs.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life BBQ podcast. Chrissy, what's happening?
Today's the day.
Oh, yeah, I'm out of here. Literally just walked in. Did we beat the time so Ken can actually might blame me for this one?
I think we were 1 minute late.
That shit happens. Oh, well. What are you going to do?
Today's the day. If you're going to be late, you are never late. The show runs late, but you are never late.
Yeah, very rarely do I.
You're always here.
I'm always there. If you're on time, you're late. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that for me.
Yeah.
I don't, I always like to be where I'm supposed to be when I say I'm supposed to be there. But, Yeah. But hey, this shit happens sometimes. But yeah, out of here for Texas.
Oh.
A little while.
What did you have to do? Finish work today? You had to finish work?
Oh, no, I'm on vacation.
Oh, you are on vacation.
Yeah, I finished up Saturday.
Oh.
So we'll get the hell out. But now it was packing everything.
Yeah.
Making sure everything is loaded, the coolers, the kids, the dogs, the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, everything. Oh, yeah, we need clothes, we need food, we need this and that. It's like,
Are they all in the car right now?
Oh, they're in the car.
Yeah. Windows up, everything's off.
They're not coming in. I got the windows up, the heat on, everyone's sweating. Oh, son of a bee. So let's go. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun today. So today's show brought to you by Uncle Steve's Shake. You ever wonder why there's a line of people trying to get into your backyard, Chrissy, when you have a barbecue? But when I do, ain't nobody showing up.
I mean, I don't wonder. I know it's because I use Uncle Steve's Shake, and you don't. You do, but you don't.
That's right.
For commercial purposes.
Uncle Steve uses some of the freshest ingredients around for all his 12 amazing flavors, including the competition line, the smoke bomb, the dessert shake. The customer service is beyond reproach. He's the one answering the phone. He does it all, one-stop shop. Check him out at UncleSteveShake.com for all your shake needs. And also check out his Facebook group, Uncle Steve Shake Nation, for certain giveaways and added discounts and promos here and there. And Uncle Steve, I'm coming, brother. I'm coming to get you. Also brought to you by TwoGuysCigars.com and Two Guys Smoke Shop. Whether I'm barbecuing or not, I always keep the smoke rolling thanks to my friends at TwoGuysCigars.com. Today I'm smoking the Studio 21 number 4. Well, I would be if I forgot my lighter in the truck, but that's all right. I can't smoke it afterwards because I got the kids in there anyway, so... Oh. Thanks to my friends at TwoGuysCigars.com. I'm a fucking mess.
That's okay.
Thanks to my friends at TwoGuysCigars.com. I get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit TwoGuysCigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2, GuysCigars.com. Also brought to you by Backline Smokers and Backline Fabrication. Ryan Newland is building the sickest pit in the world right now. He's painting it as we speak.
I was going to say, it should be built by now.
Oh, yeah, he's painting it as we speak. Or at least that was this afternoon. But Ryan has conversations with you when you order whatever you're doing. If you can think it, he can build it. In these conversations, he gets little bits and pieces of your personality, and he adds it in these little minute details that just blow your mind on your pits. And so whether you're looking for just a backyard grill all the way up to a 1,000-gallon smoker and anything in between, if you want it, Ryan can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Check them out at Backline Fab on all social medias. That's Backline Fab. Backline Fab. Build what you want, not what you need.
Yeah.
Also brought to you by Magna Chef Gloves. Our brother Alan Fonte knows a little something about fire management. He's a Miami-Dade firefighter. He has designed these gloves to take care of any heat issues you come into whatsoever. They're great. The web fit up to 500 degrees heat rated. You can move coals around. The patented magnetic clip for the easy on-off, even with my ham hocks. Food grade silicone, web fit for a firm grip. One size fits all, dishwasher safe. But if the web fit isn't your style, he has just introduced the new Freedom gloves. Your standard 5-finger neoprene gloves with the patented magnetic clip still for the easy on and off. I'm having issues today, of course. But these heat-rated 932 degrees. I literally had my charcoal starter, basically the flamethrower, just rolling it around my hand. Not an issue whatsoever. Extra long gauntlet, protect your forearms. No more burn lines, boys and girls. Check them out at magnachef.com, and at checkout, use code ROYAL21 for 15% off your order. That's ROYAL21 for 15%. MagnaChef, master the fire. Freedom gloves, take a stand, free your hands. Also brought to you by CustomCuttingBoardsRUs.com. Brother Ian Hemming out of Magnolia, Texas, is creating what I consider the Yeti of cutting boards. These boards take an absolute beating. Mine are going on 4 years old and still, you've seen them. You've seen Greg's cutting boards, the brisket boards, and they're beasts. They're beasts. Non-slip grip, even on a wet surface, it's going nowhere. The deep reservoir, catch all that juicy goodness of whatever protein you're cooking. Multicolors available. Sizes, the standard dishwasher board, which is your standard countertop, to the massive 36 by 18 brisket board, to the new to the market pizza board for that perfect slice every time. Check them out at CustomCuttingBoardsRUs.com. That is the letter R, us.com. Awesome. Today, I am joined by a good friend, Len Will, from Bedlam Farms Barbecue Company. What's up, brother?
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, dude, thank you for coming in. This is awesome. Obviously, I apologize. I can't make the event this year.
You have a good excuse, though.
I'm going to be in Texas, and it's the same day. But let's talk about you. Who is Len Will? How'd you start Bedlam Farms Barbecue and all that good stuff?
So I obsess over hobbies. This is a hobby gone wild, right? So backyard, I think I started with one of those half and halves, right? Propane grill with a smoker on the side. I ruined as much food as anybody on one of those until I figured out that it wasn't a great cooking setup. Then the old lamb and offset, right? Then started messing around with barrels. I was at a competition, and we were up all night. My friend Tommy, if he's listening, remembers the pain of this. We were babysitting that fire, riding the dragon up and down. It was like 40 degrees at night. Someone had to be up the whole time. And the setup next to me, we saw this older couple wake up, roll out at 7 a.m., light 4 barrels in a row, sat back in their chairs. When we were, it was our first competition. We were checking all the sites, and we said, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah, barrel smokers. You just, we set up. We were hot and fast on the brisket. The pork's done in time." So started studying up on barrel smokers, started building those, selling them for friends, building them with other people that I was meeting, mostly the New England Pit Masters, Facebook group, great guys there. Started catering just for the hell of it. So figured out how to get safe serve, started doing stuff at breweries, started doing barbecue classes. And, man. And then I was talking to the guys at NEP, Yor and Grego and C-Mac and Crawdad. And I said, man, we should have an event. And they said, well, what are you thinking? And we started brainstorming and coming up with a way to really, more than anything, just bring people together to do something fun.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to be intimidating. We wanted it to be accessible. We wanted it to be a party. But you had to have a little pride on the line. So we wanted to do a competition. Sure. So that's it, man. That was my barbecue career wrapped up in 40 seconds or less.
There you go. And last year was the first annual BBQ Bedlam.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. And what I love about it, now it's not a sanctioned event.
It is not.
So you got a lot of freedom with that. But this isn't your standard competition.
No.
You're not just putting in brisket slices or chicken thighs, pulled pork, ribs. Where did the idea of completely out of the box come from?
Yeah, so it started with the idea, how do we make this accessible and fun and a little bit different? So I was down in Memphis in May. I don't know if you've ever been down to that.
No,
one.
not yet.
It's great time.
Yeah.
Spring events, May. You're along the Mississippi. It was the first outside of New England barbecue competition. And I was just there as a spectator. I bought my dad a plane ticket to go with me. He didn't know where the hell we were going. He showed up at Logan. He said, "What do I pack for this? You won't tell me where we're going." So I said, "You bring goggles, if you have like a wetsuit, bring a wetsuit." He just messing with him for like 2 weeks into the event.
Oh, beautiful.
So he gets to the airport. I hand him a ticket, and he says, "Why the hell would I go to Nashville?" I said, "We're going to fly to Nashville, then we're going to rent a couple Harleys, and we're going to take them over to Memphis, and we're going to do Memphis in May, then we're going to ride the Harleys back, and we're gonna do Nashville for a couple nights." So that was my first major barbecue competition, and I was so excited to go there because I wanted to learn from all these guys, right? Well, here's what you get there, and it's like a mile long along the Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
They have walled off 3-story scaffold. There's DJs. It's a party, all corporate sponsored, multi-million-dollar event, just chaos, craziness. But I'm only there to learn barbecue and to get a feel for this. Mm-hmm. And every single one of these tents has an armed guard or somebody who's not going to let you in. And you can talk to the guy who's selling big green eggs. But as an outsider, if you're not in the party, if you didn't pay for a corporate sponsorship, I mean, no offense to the guys who organize, and I'm sure it's wonderful for what it is. And clearly the people who all were in, they're all part of it, they had a ball. But I'm down there with my pops. I wanted to get him into barbecue. I wanted to learn more. And I'm I'm bribing the people running these gates to let me in, right? And I thought, it would be great if we had something fun in New England that was barbecue, but I don't want it to just be the insiders because we don't have a ton of insiders. Oh, that's
right? Yeah, fact.
We're still trying to build this community. And so the whole idea was, let's do something in New England, but you can't put up the walled fences. You got to make it open. You got to make it so that anybody with a backyard grill that has an interest in learning can show up. And, of course, I love KCBS and IBCA.
The alphabet goes on and on with the
and the SCA for stand. I love the idea of, hey, this is the standard, and the judges are trained and certified. But again, if you're trying to open the doors, that's a little intimidating for people who haven't done that before. Mm-hmm. So we said, it'd be fun if we said, look, there's going to be chicken, and there's going to be pork, and there's going to be beef, but let's make it. As long as you submit just one of those proteins, if it comes from a cow, it counts as beef. And you can do anything you want with that as long as it's beef. Don't mix your proteins. We'll put them in the clamshell. You put garnish on it. You're going to get judged. But we had people saying, last year was the first, so we didn't know how this would go. Mm-hmm. But we had people figure out how to make chicken pot pie. They smoked it. They put it in a little pastry shell. They had a sauce going.
Yeah.
We had a roast beef 3-way, and these guys showed up, and we don't do gas generators because we don't want people to have to hear it or smell it.
Yeah.
So we had people figure out how to do a battery inverter generator situation, running a deli slicer, smoking a top sirloin, submitting a proper roast beef 3-way with Jimmy, and it was just fantastic. And so that's what it was. It was bedlam. It was chaos. Yeah. And the other thing that we did was super different was the judging. Right? So if you don't have people carrying boxes and going behind a wall and it's not blinded, what can we do that makes it a little crazier? So we put the judges on a stage.
Firing squad them.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So last year we had Andy Husbands of Smoke Shop.
Awesome guy.
We got Brian Treitman of BT Smoke Shop. Mm-hmm. We got Sully at Rusty Can.
Yep.
And we got my friend Deb, who's one of the producers at Phantom Gourmet.
Okay.
And we put them on a stage. And all the teams brought up their boxes, and then they stood around, and the judges opened it. And we had taste, appearance, but creativity was a score as well. And that's where you had people like Grego and Team NEP. They ended up winning for best ribs. They did a chicken fried rib.
Yeah.
So you had all kinds of crazy stuff coming up. And some of the judges say, so what do I have here? You know what I mean? So got a little, not every time, but got a little chopped like, so, what, chef, what I have for you today? There wasn't a ton of that, but there was a little back and forth, little feedback. Judges, I think you kind of you got to open your exhaust a little bit, taste a little smoky. So you got a little bit of positive feedback, a little bit of negative feedback. Yeah. A lot of just taking it in with the crowd. I mean, we probably had, at the time we were judging, there's probably 100, 150 people all gathered around. You had a DJ. It's up on a stage. So, yeah, man, the whole idea is like, it's really an excuse for us to get together and have a party.
Of course.
Right? and it rolled into like, how do we make it so there's a little money, little pride on the line.
Oh, yeah, that's how it all starts.
Yeah.
Let's get everyone together, and then it just takes off from there.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. That is awesome. Let's see. Oh, there's Kathy. Kathy does a lot of, Kathy,
I
trainer.
Now, do you know about this? Kathy is, last year we said, there's not enough women in barbecue, period. Mm-hmm. I don't know, not a lot of guys are willing to admit this. In general, women in barbecue kick ass.
Oh, yeah.
There's not enough of them. So we said last year, all female team, free. That's, it's a couple bucks to get into this thing. We have big prize money. This year I think it's going to be $1,000. Then there's like a $250 6-pound WWF belt.
Yeah.
So we have an all-female team that we said you can get in free. And there was a little interest, but nobody really took us up on it. This year, Kathy said, I'm in, but I'm going solo.
Atta girl, Kat.
And her husband is competing.
Oh, head
against her. And we're going to put them side by side.
Oh, you have to.
And everyone's going to come over and check out what they're doing.
Oh, for sure.
Those are some of the fun stories that sort of come out of it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kathy's awesome. But yeah, she does a lot. She does a lot with the barbecue community around here.
Yep.
With setting up events. And, with nebs and everything.
Well, what's great about Kathy and the community in general? I did it last year. I tried to pick a date where nobody else was having anything. Yeah. But I didn't know enough people to, I think we didn't step on toes, but I was sort of crossing my fingers. I was asking people in the group. Kathy reached out right after it and said, hey, when are you planning on doing it next year? I want to make sure that the other things I'm organizing don't compete. Perfect. We want to grow the community. And I think that's just one of a million stories.
Oh, yeah.
Why you want to help this community. It's just great people all looking to do the same thing, which grow the community, have a good time.
And especially with that, which was awesome for her to do that, because if you have two events on the same day, okay, now you're drawing straws. Which one am I going to do? Yep. This, that. Now if it's just one on each, you can do both of them.
Well, we messed up this year. I picked a date the weekend that ours happened on a Monday. I started reaching out to the groups and trying to pick a date for 1 year.
Yeah.
We are stepping on the toes of the Nor'easter down in Southwick. I'm not sure where it's a little further south.
Yeah.
And I regret that because Chris, Let It Smoke, Chris and his family, amazing team. You want a quick story about them competing last year? So Chris shows up. It's his first competition. And he comes in 20 minutes later than everybody else. And they're driving like a sedan with a U-Haul behind it. Everyone's already set up. He's trying to back it into this tight spot. There's trees everywhere. I just give a wave to some of the other teams. Hey, let's give these guys a hand. Probably within 20 minutes, they're up and rolling. Everybody ran over, got them in their spots, set them all up. They're wheeling their smokers out, setting them up. It's just the two of them, husband and wife team, right? I have to tell you, my money was not on them doing particularly well because they showed up a little disheveled. It's their first competition. Super nice people. And one of the unique things about Bedlam is also there is a category called Best Tailgate. So what happens, and this is how anyone who shows up, $10 admission, anybody can show up and tailgate. We'll give you a spot. You set up a tent, a grill, whatever you want. You're not in the competition, but you're part of the party. You can just stroll it or you can tailgate. So in any case, what a lot of people were doing is they were cooking a little bit of food for the other teams to just try something.
Yeah.
Man, they made a beef jerky. You were like, wow, man, these guys can cook. They're all right. Well, judging one category, they don't come in first, second, first, maybe third. at the end of the competition, and my father is the official scorekeeper. He's sitting there in front with the laptop banging away. At the end of the competition, we get in the stage, and I said, so what do we got? And he shows me. I said, you're kidding me. I said, do it again. He goes, I'm telling you, I did it 3 times. It's Let It Smoke. Yeah. They didn't win first, but they were just good in everything. They were right behind everybody and everything. Super consistent, super on point. They ended up taking it. And they're not going to be there this year because they live 20 minutes from this. We got him. I would like to think we kind of got him into competition barbecue, and he's been touring. They're in a bunch of competitions. They're killing it. For me, that's a victory, right? Because we got him in. They're having a great time with it. But they do not get to say they defended their title. Chris, you do not get to say you defended your title. But they're great people. We're wishing them luck this weekend in their competition.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see who we got. Daddy Dutch, there we go. Yeah, I was late, Dutch. My fault. Craw Daddy, what's up? Juke, what's happening? Gray, Ben Ross, Jonathan Hurst, what's up? Darren Lucas, what's going on? Ken Smith, I will see you at lunchtime tomorrow in the beautiful downtown Ottawa, Tennessee. Joe, what's going on? Tim Fournier, Kathy, there's Lep, Eric the Gator. What's happening, brother?
Oh, I got to tell you about Gator.
Mad Max.
You want to hear a Gator story?
Chapin, hell yeah.
So, Eric, they call him the Gator because he can cook a gator, right? And in New England, there's not a lot of people who can claim to cook a gator.
Fact.
So, again, it's Bedlam. We're like, what are we going to do that'll be fun? And we said, well, Eric knows how to cook a gator. So I gave Eric money. I said, buy us a gator. He says, all right. So Eric didn't just make a gator for everybody to have, which was the centerpiece. I mean, gator comes off the smoker. Everybody stops what they're doing. Everyone walks over, and he's serving up gator for everybody to try it. But he didn't just do gator. He does this seafood stew with shrimp. He's got lobster in there, corn on the cob, sausage, potato, the whole thing. So everybody's getting like a little meal of just amazing food.
Yeah.
Well, poor Eric, right? He kills himself making this gator. He's not paying as much attention as maybe he would have liked to his entries, and he does not do well. But I'll tell you, if I know anything about this guy, I said probably he doesn't want to do a gator again this year because he was pretty bummed out that he didn't score where he wanted to. He says, oh, yeah, I'm doing a gator, but I'm also going to do well in the competition this year. So we got him another gator this year. There will be an alligator on the table.
That a boy gator.
Hopefully there'll be gator taking the walk, collecting some prize money this year.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the gator will bounce back for sure.
There's no doubt in my mind, Eric.
Yeah. Jerry Taylor, what's up? There's Kevin. What's up, KU? What's up, brother? But now, so the event is this Saturday, October 1st, at, is it?
Well,
Tewksbury?
Yeah, Tewksbury Elks.
The Elks. Okay.
Yep. They got a building, and behind the building is a big, almost like a campground.
Yeah.
And, it's great because it's fairly local. Most of the teams aren't driving too far. They're great hosts. Big parking lot. We had so many people and so much interest last year that she said, I'm not going to book another event that day. So you got the whole parking lot. Last year, we sold 60 general admission tickets. We capped it because of COVID. Right? We didn't want, I was like, a little dicey to even have
Still play it safe, yep.
This year, we opened it up. Over 150 tickets sold so far.
Tremendous.
So it's going to be at the Elks. Great setup. There's a cash bar right in the middle of the whole thing. And you know it's the Elks. Don't bring your own liquor because they don't want to lose their liquor license.
Yeah.
But it's the Elks, so they don't charge a lot.
Yeah,
and they did full bar. They had some IPAs, a lot of the usual suspects. I had them open it at 10 a.m., figuring this crowd would start with bloodies. They didn't let me down. We had the 9 o'clock traditional shot of whiskey. We will again. We will again this year.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, the Tewksbury Elks, we actually have a union meeting, so it's at the post office.
Yep.
We've had them there forever. Great group right up there. Always, especially with events.
Yeah.
They do always help put out a tremendous, whatever the hell you're doing, from a barbecue contest to, a birthday retirement party.
Yeah. And
they're always willing to help.
The people that run it there were great. And actually, it's again, the community, right?
Yeah.
We said we want to do this. We don't know where to do it. Somebody in the community reached out, New England Pit Masters, and they said, hey, I'm a member at the Elks. Well, I'm going to make a phone call, see if you guys can do it there. Community hooked up community. We did it at the Elks. She was so excited with how it went because a lot of the Elks members were like, well, what's this all about? They come over. Come on in. They grabbed a beer. They started eating the food. So I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't a contingent of Elks roaming the grounds this year.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not at all.
So just obviously it's this coming weekend.
Yep.
But as looking forward to next year, if someone in the area or even wants to come in, who knows? You know, we got a lot of crazies in our community. You know, who come in from anywhere for a good time. We all know that. But looking into next year, what are like the fees for? Like you were saying, the general mentioned 10.
This year it's still open, right?
Oh, still open.
Yeah, I mean, if another team wanted to get in, I'd ask them to just send me a note and we could figure out if we have enough space for that. But we still have general admission tickets for sale. And last year, my goal was break even, and maybe we'll be able to cut a little check to a charity. Lost a little bit of money, like right around the break even. Did a lot of stupid things. Who the hell buys 50 size large barbecue shirts? I mean, the barbecue large is like a XXL small, you know, it's barbecue petite. So I ate it buying too many things last year. This year, the tickets, we're going to have, what I did last year is I bought a bunch of food and I cooked it on my smoker, and I bought a bunch of T-shirts and a bunch of other things. We had swag. We said, no more food. Let's get a licensed caterer in there. And so we have this year, we have Big Rig Barbecue. Clay's coming down.
Clay, great guy.
I mean, that's real deal barbecue.
Yep.
He built his own smoker. It's an awesome
a great rig.
It just screams of real barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
So Clay's going to be set up selling barbecue, right? And we'll just talk through some of the things that are going to be there because I want people to still buy tickets. So Clay's doing that. We're not doing the T-shirts this year. I knocked the price down to just $10 a ticket, so anybody can come.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to Eventbrite and you just put in BBQ Bedlam, it's $10 tickets. And now we got Craig's C-R-A-I-C. I only ever know from Instagram. The Craig's Hot Sauce.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's coming down. He's setting up shop there. In fact, one of the teams said, do you mind if I sell some? He does hot sauce. There's a team that does barbecue sauce. I said, you can sell whatever you want.
Yeah.
We don't take money for that. Set up, sell some stuff. Like, it grows the community. That's fine with us. So it's $10 a ticket. Now the teams get in there by 6 a.m. and they're set up. And they start smoking either at 7 a.m. or whenever the last team is set up. Right? So late at 7 a.m. But we like that because it sort of incentivizes you to go help somebody else.
Yep.
That's trying to
Everyone's got the same start. It's not like I threw my stuff on at 3
Right.
o'clock in the morning. Everyone's starting at 7.
Well,
That's nice.
listen, you got 20 trucks with trailers in the Elks parking lot, and you got to get all of their setups into the field. You don't want them climbing over each other. You want them to just know 7. Either way, I'm going to be cooking at 7 and not before. And the rules are very much like KCBS as far as you can trim your stuff before you get there. You don't season it. You don't brine it, right? But again, you make whatever you want once you get going. And I know that there's somebody who's doing a battery generator and a fryer later this year, right? So there's going to be some crazy stuff happening. Our judges this year, we got Ian Paradise. So Ian is a KCBS certified judge. He's also in the New England Pit Masters group. He's won grand championships. He came in 5th at the Jack. The guy knows competition barbecue. And then we got Clay from Big Rig. Mm-hmm. Real barbecue, guy's awesome dude, knows what he's doing. We got Chris LaBelle from Big Pig coming in. We got Andy Ferg from North Shore Beefs.
Okay.
He's a character. He's going to be there. I would bet money we're going to end up chugging a beer with him before it's over. And we got Andy from, so Andy runs, basically, I don't know how the kid doesn't weigh 500 pounds. He supports local business. He goes from local restaurant to restaurant, drinks and such. Andy's local spotlight.
Okay, yeah.
Great supporter of local business and community. Great dude. He's been supporting Bedlam since the start. So he's going to be our other judge. Oh, nice. And they're all going to be up on the stage. I'll bet the team, because of the tailgate award, I'll bet the teams might share a little bit of food. You know, eat at your own risk.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not, it's just a little taste for some folks who stroll by. And then I'll bet the Gators out about 12:30, close to 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock chicken, 3 o'clock pork, 4 o'clock beef, and as soon as possible after will be the awards. And the awards will also include the best tailgate. Best tailgate's all about bringing it, right?
Bring the party.
Yep, yeah. So that's the award spread. And again, it's not too late to get tickets. And the really cool thing about this year is, because I didn't spend too much money like an idiot putting it on, we've probably raised a little bit more money, and it looks like we're going to be able to cut a $1,000 check at least to Youth Development Organization in Lawrence.
Oh, nice.
This is an awesome organization that I've been helping out. I've been on their board for probably 7 or 8 years. It is what education and really youth development should be. To get these kids into their programs, it's all after school. They do a summer program, entirely philanthropically funded. And what they do is they ask the kids, what are you interested in? And then they build a program
around that.
And so it's like, yeah, they've got an amazing STEM lab. They've got mechanical engineering, but they also have like fashion shows made out of like recycled stuff, like music classes, theater. And the kids who end up taking the classes, they get so into it that they get older in the program, and then they run the program.
Oh,
right?
It's constant give back.
Constant give back, teachers' responsibility. So they're going to get a check of at least $1,000 this year, and I'm just thrilled about that. That's always, barbecue needs to be paired with giving back when you can.
Yeah.
And we kind of pulled it off this year, and every single ticket or team that joins from here on out, every dollar of that goes to those guys. So it's a pretty good thing.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. What am I seeing here? Joe Forestier, what's up, brother?
Joe, Ghost Puck Barbecue, he is a huge help. He put all the logos on the shirts last year.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart. I don't even know if I should be the one announcing this.
He already did.
Joe cannot compete this year, which crushes my soul. Joe will miss you. He's great dude, great team.
Yeah, he just put it in the chat. He had to back out last minute for a work engagement.
He got to work.
You got to work. That's what comes first.
How else can you afford the barbecue?
That's right. There's Uncle Steve. What's up, brother?
Uncle Steve, we'll rope you into sponsoring next year. You come set up a tent.
Oh, he'll be down for that. He'll be down for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if a number of teams are sporting his wares at this competition.
Oh, yeah.
He makes good stuff.
Awesome stuff. I'm going to be with him on Friday in Houston. He's sponsoring a cook-off at, why can't I think it? The Fort Bend County Cook-Off. And we're going there Friday night. He goes, well, we're going to eat and drink like kings. We're going to have a great time. Then we're going to get up all hungover on Saturday and drive to Austin. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds like
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's a barbecue weekend.
Oh, for sure. But, yeah, that is awesome. Count me in.
Next year. We'll pick the date as soon as possible.
And I'll work that out at work.
And I will ask Kathy and the folks at NEBS, what am I avoiding so I can't step on the toes of any other competitions? Yep. We really want people to get into barbecue at this one and then go compete, grow outside, the community.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, man. Like you said, I saw the videos from the awards last year, then the pictures and everybody's it was great because everybody took on, especially on NEP, took pictures of their boxes and just these little live videos from everybody throughout the day, just showing the bedlam.
So
and
that's
it was beautiful.
Yeah. And you know what we're going to do this year? I haven't even announced this yet. So last year, people brought two things different. Well, number one, we had a category called Most New England. It was a total bust. So gone. Second thing we're doing differently is the team said with a half-hour turn-in, we were running the food up, but then most of us couldn't hear the judging. So 1 hour between the turn-in, so it's not as stressed. You get to enjoy the live judging.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other thing that we're going to do, the teams also said we didn't get to see all the other food. So one of the judges, Andy, is going to have his camera, his phone up there, and he's going to live stream on the New England Pitmasters Facebook group the turn-in boxes. And I'll bet money some of the people that are standing right there are going to be looking to see what
they're going up
So
against.
We'll say, look, this is what it is, and you get to see it close up. And that'll live in perpetuity so folks can go check out what won last year, and they'll have a better feel for what to show up with the next year.
Sure. Oh, I love it, Len. Yeah, like I said, Ronnie Slater, he'll be there, that's for sure.
Great.
I know Ronnie will be there. Oh, man, like I said, my apologies. I can't make it this year, but like we said, I'm going to get the new rig. But, you know, like I said, count me in next year for sure. We'll do it up. It's wonderful what you're doing with, you know, with the charities and bringing the community together and thinking outside the box. So it's not that your typical barbecue competition. Not that there's anything wrong with the standards.
We love those. We love those.
But just to let loose a little bit, have a little fun, experiment with some flavor profiles or things, you give that complete opportunity and give back and care for everybody at the same time.
There's not a lot of competitions that have a DJ right behind the stage, like banging beats while people are cooking their food and bringing it on up. So
that's cool.
It's supposed to be like a car show, but you show off all the smokers. So if you've got people at home, they're like, I got a Weber, I got a Green Egg, I like the barbecue, but I don't know a lot about it. I think one of the greatest things I saw last year was you had a ton of people show up that were just there. Like me, I was on the other side of that fence, right? Yeah. When I went to Memphis in May. But this is the opposite of that, where a ton of first-timers were just walking around and talking to the teams, like, what are you doing?
Full
and
access.
They should come on in, man. We'll show you what we're doing. Have some. Like, try what I'm doing. So I really want anybody, most of the people in New England are either, like, new to barbecue or barbecue curious, right? And they want to dip their toe in it a little bit. So this is the event to come to be like, talk to the people who are further into it. Check out the smokers. There's big rigs, there's little rigs, there's barrel smokers, every kind of smoker you can imagine, like big, glossy. Ryan Newland's backline's going to be there with Team NEP.
Yep.
We have more. We had a homegrown smoker last year. It looked like a locomotive. The thing had to weigh 6,000 pounds. So this is your chance to come there and just check it out and ask questions. Then go home and like blow up your neighbors and be like, how the hell did you learn that? And be like, I'm not telling. You know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
So that's what we're going for, man. So everybody, $10. That's cheap as shit.
Yeah, you can't get anywhere for $10.
And now every dollar goes to charity. And before, I wouldn't hawk this as heavy, but the charity part, I'm a whore up here. I'll tell you whatever you need to know to get people there, because now we're helping a cause.
Do it up for sure. 100%, brother. 100%. But, man, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
This was a blast. I know you got to get to a meeting.
A YDO board meeting where I can tell them we're going to raise some money for those
raise
guys.
for money. So we had talked about that. But, man, like I said, brother, thank you so much.
Hey, good luck getting your smoker.
Damn right. I'm going to have
a great time this week,
we're
man.
going to have a blast.
Take some pictures, post them up. We'll miss you.
There's going to be a lot of guys doing the lives because it's turning into the Pit Reveal Party on Saturday.
Awesome.
Is also turning into a Texas YouTube meetup. So all the guys from Dallas are coming down.
Yep.
All the guys from San Antonio are coming up. Houston's coming out. I'm not too sure about the western side. You know, that's a bit of a hike.
Represent New England when you're down
Hell
there.
yeah,
Let
brother,
them
you know it.
Keep the accent thick, drink a bunch of beers, insult some people.
I got the translator ready to go to translate my New England to everybody down there so they know what the hell I'm saying. But, man, I appreciate you. And best of luck for the weekend. Hope the weather stays out great.
It's looking great right now. That storm's staying south, 69 degrees, 0% chance of rain.
Oh, that's perfect fat guy weather right there.
Yep.
I like that. All right, brother.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you helping
man.
us
You
out.
know that.
Next year, we'll see you there.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that's it. Chrissy, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Chrissy.
You're welcome.
We're going to Texas.
Did you crack the window for your family? Or they're in the car with
No, let them suffer a little bit.
Good. Train them up. Train them up for the Texas heat.
I left water in there. They're good.
Yeah. They'll be fine.
They'll be good. They're busy. But that's it for this week, folks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find it. Everything, all the links are listed down below. Questions and comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. All the boys in Texas, lock up your wives, put the kids to bed, because I'm coming. Till next week, which we will be cooking on the Pit. We're going to do that on Monday.
Yeah, we're going to do a remote show on Monday.
Remote show, so if I don't see you in the chat on Tuesday, that's why, because I'm back on the road with it. But until then, keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21, Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.